Oh shit. Okay, everybody, time's up. Wrap up your conversations. Our tactic meeting is officially back in order. I am actually considering to do a very short bathroom break so we can continue in a bit. I will just be right back. I will let Vriska bonk the silly hoof for a little bit, and I'll be back in 2 minutes or so. BRB. And I am back. The team needs a puppy, it should be Jake instead. Would Jake be a good puppy? That's the question. Technically, there is a puppy in the team, and that is fuck names. Jade. Thank you. Also, Dino, yeah, this is my new sprite, my new avatar redesign that I only have like since today, so you're there for the premiere of my new avatar design. But yeah, Jade is the puppy. Gun puppy. It's cause like pew pew. But yeah, I think he could use some attention, some positive attention especially. Anyway, everybody, time's up. Wrap up your conversations. Our tactical meeting is officially back in order. Alright, has everyone shut up yet? I think so. Great. Let's not waste another second then. I'm diving right into this. Everyone pay close attention and try to keep up. I'll start by describing the exact nature of the threats we're dealing with and go from there. Which page are we on now? Oh shit. That's so close. According to intelligence gathered during our trip, along with some reconnaissance work on arrival, the session has 4, possibly 5 major adversaries. To contest, of course, in 3 check noirs of varying levels of danger. Plus, there's a female Prospidian of equivalent power to the strongest Jack. She's sort of an X factor. It's hard to accurately gauge her threat level, but I'm not about to take any chances. All these threats are just outside the Incipisphere, en route to the session as we speak. Once they arrive, all hell will break loose. That's when endgame is officially go. You only have a couple hours to prepare, so you need to listen to every word I say. Victory will depend on following my plan to the letter. Oof. It's getting serious! Getting serious! So, where's the Condess right now? She's indoors, preparing for the same critical convergence herself. After our little prison raid caught her completely off guard, costing her some hostages and key points of leverage, we've essentially reached a temporary ceasefire by default while both sides regroup. This is not how she expected things would go. We had the advantage of surprise that time, but we won't be so lucky next time. She's waiting for the Jacks to get here, just like we are. Once they do, she'll instantly have the upper hand, and she knows this. Her particular combination of abilities, along with her supervillain-like cunning, make her an extremely dangerous part of this equation. That's why we need a good strategy in place before the shit hits the brief splendor. So, in addition for waiting for too many Jacks to get here, we're also waiting for my bro too, right? Who gets here at the same time, or... Yes, the other strider was banished to the periphery as well, and is in transit. He'll arrive at the same time, give or take, and should be a great tactical asset. Sources tell me the dude's pretty good with a sword. That's me. I'm the source. I told her that, and it's true. Yes, thank you, Arceus. This is starting to sound a bit complicated. How are we supposed to keep track of all these villains and heroes coming and going when and where? You're right, Kanaya. At this point in the meeting, I think we could use some diagrams to help with the battle plans. Karkat, if you would mind? Oh no, what is Karkat gonna do? I still have no idea why I put me on drawing duty. I'm easily the first artist here, and in a setting that includes Dave, let's get real, that's no small feat. Kanaya, have you read Homestuck? Starting to sound a bit complicated, yeah. I specifically assigned you to diagramming duty so that it would keep you occupied. That way you'd stand a chance of keeping your mouth shut about I talk strategy. That's worked out great so far, hasn't it? We've lost how many strategy seconds to me complaining about drawing already? Sure, but I know that drawing requires a lot of concentration from you. Once you're in the zone, I expect you'll simmer down. Holy shit, Karkat is like me. Wow, fuck you. You're probably right, but fuck you nevertheless. Where the shit is my art pencil. I have some drawing to do. Man, same with dude. What an artiste! Insipid fear. Dogs. HIC, what? Other Jack. Jack. We are here, Skya. Strider. Wow. I like that this Jack has a little, like, Goku power aura. Let's run down the threat list with a full debriefing on each threat. We'll start with the big fish herself, the former empress of our world, her imperious condescension. The only reason we've been able to temporarily neutralize her stranglehold on this session is by taking two major pieces away from her, Carly and Crocker. Rest assured, she's already scheming to reassert her dominance, and if it weren't for my intervention here, I'd bet everything I had on the Sea Witch. She spent centuries upgrading her abilities, which now include both kinds of telekinesis. The simpler variety, more common to rust bloods, and the nasty kind which sometimes yellow-blooded mutants have, involving all the fucking eyelashes and shit. If that weren't enough, she has a mix of telepathic abilities too, like mine. Plus the animal communion kind more typical of brown bloods. Like me. Yes, Tavros, like you. This means she can hijack animals and trolls, assuming they aren't particularly resistant to influence, like me, obviously. Humans, I'm guessing, are still off limits to her influence unless they've got some animal blood in them, which is what makes Shade such a dangerous element here. One of the mission critical priorities is to make sure she stays asleep. If she ever wakes up and the Condess takes control again, that's probably game over for you guys. Jade's first guardian abilities make her too much to deal with on top of everything else. It's also possible that the Condess may have some sway over the Prospidian, and one of the Chaks because of their part dog nature too. It's hard to say what their level of resistance is, so I really can't be sure. Strategically, it's best to err on the safe side though, and presume this could be an issue. This is why taking on the Condess has to be a huge priority. Ideally, you should be trying to kill or disable her as quickly as possible, but if that's easier said than done, then what you need to do is keep her occupied. Throw everything you have at her, whatever crazy powers you've got. Just keep her busy, distracted enough by a bunch of pesky kids so she won't have time to get clever with her powers. This is the best defense against the off chance she might be able to sway the dog, Jack, and Prospitian, and a failsafe in case Jade breaks up for whatever reason. When it comes to killing her, I don't have much to advise. There's no intel on her weaknesses or anything like that. In fact, I bet she doesn't have any. Like any powerful endgame boss, you just have to keep hammering away at her until she's dead, enough said. I mean, that's kind of what happened in Problem Sloop as well. Oh no. This brings us to the Chaks. To differentiate, I'll give them nicknames. There's Dog Chak, Lord Chak, and Robo Chak. Let's talk about them in order of threat level. Karkat, I'm going to need another shitty drawing. This time of Dog Chak and his Prospitian counterpart, please. Classic Karkat. I love him so. Ah yes, I see your intent on being a wiggler about this, as we all have come to expect. This is why I love him though! Whatever, I've been working within the confines of everyone's stupid limitations already, so I might as well work around yours as well. Fair. Good addition. Oh no. They are perfect. Dog Jack is easily the most powerful adversary of the bunch in terms of pure physical capability. The Condess has the edge in guile and flexibility, and Lord Chak has a ton of offensive power too. But there's nothing quite like the first Guardian abilities to give someone an overwhelming tactical advantage. The ability to teleport anywhere in the session, anytime, or anyone, anywhere, anytime, or anyone, anywhere, anytime, while having access to an exhaustible power supply from the Green Sun really makes it no contest, even against an otherwise awesome combatant. If it were just him and you had to deal with, if it were just him you had to deal with, I wouldn't like your odds, honestly. But luckily for us, there's a major factor here which should mostly neutralize him during this huge melee, which is the Prospitian. Power-wise, she's a precisely even match for him. And better yet, she apparently can't stand the guy. I still don't know what her real motives are, but you know what they say, enemy of my enemy and all. So I let her have at him, and if the opportunity presents itself, help her defeat him. I will also give this bit of advice. If Jade ever wakes up and the Condess is sufficiently preoccupied, make sure Jade goes nowhere near the Condess and sick her on Dog Jack. She's the only one here whose abilities are on par with his, so that's where they're best applied. Got it? Good. Angry drawing. Oh no, I love you. Next, Lord Jack. Karkat? What's he doing? Kiss my shin globes. How does this look? Great, I think I can work with this. Fear. Ah yes, another true work of art has been made here today. I'm gonna not use this one for a bit. I don't know, it wiggles too much for me. Anyway, this ugly customer you see here, this is the Jack native to the session we're in now. Somehow he got possessed by, or infused with, Lord English's crazy, ridiculously destructive magical energy. I have no idea why or how it has happened, how it's theoretically even possible, or why we should actually care. The fact of the matter is, it happened and now we have to deal with this hideous rainbow-eyed monstrosity. Given what I've learned about Lord English's abilities, this will make his attacks quite lethal and he will be extremely difficult to kill. In fact, that fucking rainbow energy might just give him the highest constitution ranking of any adversary possibly, making him the toughest one here to actually kill off. The only reason he's not dogged here threat level is because for all his power, at least it's localized to wherever he happens to be. He's about as slow as any of us lowly non-omnipotents. He's not quite as relevant to keep occupied or even to defeat as the Condess herself, but he's still going to be huge trouble when he gets here. You're going to need to stick some really good fighters on him. My advice is also to seriously prepare for casualties during that fight. As the group's chief healer, Chain's going to need rapid access to the multiple fronts of this battle. More on that later. Yeah, I love Karkat so much as well. He's such a good character. That brings us to RoboChak. He's the Chak originating from our session, remember him, Karkat? We had to plan with him to take down the Black Queen. Seems like so long ago, doesn't it? Now, apparently he's got some cybernetic upgrades. Who the fuck knows how that happened, or for that matter, why or how he's on his way here now. My mind boggles trying to even picture the amount of stupid shit he's been through between now and when we knew him. But put this on the ever-lengthening list of garbage that doesn't matter, nobody cares about. The fact is, we have no idea what his affiliations are at this point. But like I'm always saying, best to just plan for the worst and assume this is just another scrub we gotta kill. He's the lowest on the threat level, though his various enhancements and accessories may pose for a challenge more of a challenge than we bargained for. He's also traveling with a juju known for its high storage capacity, so he's possibly packing company. Maybe have a lot of company. I won't get into that now, though. Oh yeah, that is. I remember there were a bunch of characters stuffed into that thing. I won't get into that now though. You're going to need to reserve a squad for dealing with this guy and whoever he's brought along for the ride. It's a lesser priority, so I'd recommend an ensemble of third stringers. No offense to whoever those brave souls may be. Every lame wad has their place in an epic battle and everyone's effort counts. Egbert looking kid, I'm looking at you. Possibly you too, Tavros. Maybe. Just little gasps. I love him. That covers the overall tactical situation. Great job, Karkat. Really, it's just an all-around great job. I mean that. Thank you. Now listen, we've got to keep these battles spread out across the sessions so you all don't start tripping on each other's toes. Turning this into more of a clusterfuck than it already is. That means you need to station teams ready to intercept the Chaks wherever they're coming from. You also need to launch your lightning strike raid on the Condesce before any of them get here. As for your party's healer, like I said, she'll need to be highly mobile. So what you'll need to do is lay out a network of key portals and transporters so she can make the rounds and be in tight communication with her. One of your less relevant, more mobile folks should get on that now. See? Scatter window portals like these around the various battle sites. Yo, did you leave my house or something? Please don't interrupt. Transporter licenses will work too if you can't get them all hooked up right. This is definitely busy work, but it's also really important. So we need someone competent in charge of this. I think I can handle that. Yeah? Yes, I'm quite mobile in this new form. Also, I think my abilities will help with forecasting the optimum network to lay out, along with helping Jane coordinate her routes during battle. Plus, I have to admit, I kind of relish the idea of being a less relevant party member, particularly since I think it's inherently true now. Okay, Rose, right? That's great. You can volunteer for that job if you want. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll be divvying up the roles momentarily, but cool. We have you down for that. Again, it's critical. The whole party will need to defend Crocker's life at all costs. She can't get sucked into any combat. If she dies, you could all be fucked. Be sure to fill in the logistics whenever Arceus has finished deprogramming her. Everyone got it? Awesome. Since that pretty thoroughly covers the full tactical situation, we can move on to the real strategizing. Now we can assign combat roles. Oh, that sounds fun actually. I'm wondering what everyone's gonna do. Of course. Briscoe, wait. Before you go on, I just wanted to say, I'm really impressed with your strategic analysis so far. You really seem to be all over this. I wouldn't even know where to begin figuring all this stuff out. Anyway, I'm glad we have you back on our side. Nah, thanks, John. Just thought I'd say, I didn't want you to go through all this stuff for us, thinking it was going unappreciated. Anyway, please continue. You got it. Now it's time to divide everyone into teams. Let's go down the list of foes again and assign party members to each battle. Once again, starting from the top. The Condesce is so cool. I love her design. She's just really cool. I know it's just like grown-up Mina and stuff, but I don't know. She's just really cool. The Condess. We need a team to raid Durst again, but this time for all the marbles. And remember, the raid has to be started before the rest of the action to keep her from getting the upper hand. And the party has to be at least good enough to, if not defeat her, keep her busy for a long time. So, who wants a piece of the sea witch? Of course, Roxy. Me. Double me, actually. Alright, that's got to take us from the Lalonde camp. We need more though. Who else? I'll go. You sure, John? I think so. From what you said, it sounds like this is the most important battle. If we don't keep her busy, everything could get messed up. I think I'll be good at that. I can't use all my witty power for distractions and such. Okay, you have the Lalondes then. Make it count. I may as well go too. It would be a shame if the party defeating the woman who terrorized our planet for ages had no representation from our species. Shame or not, I'm afraid that won't work, Kanaya. Why not? You can't join the party. Well, not yet at least. There's another critical role which you specifically need to play first. We can't risk losing you in battle until it's complete. What is it? I'll explain later, after the teams are set. Swing out a little bit. I know, I like the art a lot. Okay, let's say Team Condess is good enough for now. I love all this tactical nonsense. I actually love this. This is exactly my kind of champ. Like, in a video game before it's like getting to the last fucking boss battle, the big fight. Like, Final Fantasy kind of levels with 5 stages or something. The preparation for that is always so cool, and then the battle must be epic and fun, and I love endgame like stages of games and stuff. It's interesting and intriguing. Okay, let's say Team Condess is good enough for now with John, Rose, and Roxy. Next for Dog Jack. Picking your team members, equipping all the best loot. Exactly! So much fun! Like I said, we're banking on the Prosperity and keeping him busy, so he's not an immediate battle priority. We won't designate a team for him right now, but as I mentioned, in the event Jade wakes up for some reason, she should be reserved exclusively for this fight. It means someone needs to tell her, if not in person, then some other way. Perhaps leave a reminder for her. Maybe touch her finger or something? Oh yeah, like a little thingy. Just the good stuff. This is the good stuff. I love this. I'm so into this. And it's also so interesting that this was Vriska's role all along, and she was important to be there. It's a kind of interesting way to, you know, sort of redeem her character. Even though she's never gonna be like super great, but she's like you guys told me in the beginning, she's a very controversial character. Yeah, no one else could have made us come up with such a plan. No way. Everyone's too much up in their own like, asses and stuff. Vriska is just a good strategist, and she can be bossy, but it's necessary in a situation like that. She fucks around and finds out. So many irons in the fire, right? Who's not up on ass at all. I mean, she kind of is, but in a different sort of way, you know? Vriska's nosiness pays off in ultimate, yeah, in being an ultimate planner, yeah. Okay, exclusively, perhaps leave a reminder for her. Others can join the fight against her if need be, once the targets have been dealt with. Until then, better to let the heavy hitters keep him in check. I was being sarcastic. Yeah, I mean, obviously, she's totally not up in her own ass. Totally not. Totally. Next, Lord Jack. Who wants dibs on this guy? I guess that's me. Okay, Dave. There are all these rumors spreading around that I've gotta beat Lord English anyway, which is probably bogus, but whatever. Killing this guy at least would be the next best. I got in the background. I just noticed him. Oh no, this is new profile picture on Discord material. I'm having I've had Carcat as my profile picture on Discord for a while now, and I keep switching between dumb expressions, so this is beautiful profile picture material. Only halfway up her own ass now. I mean, she kind of really, like, wants them to survive, I guess, and to win this fight, so... Also, I just noticed that the Lofi was still very much too loud. So let's turn this one down a bit. Okay, which is probably bogus, but whatever, killing this guy at least would be the next best thing, right? So maybe if I do that, I could, like, put the prophecy to rest. That logic sounds reasonable to me. For what it's worth, I now bought into the idea that you were supposed to be the one to kill English anyway. So that's one down. Who else? Okay, why not? You sure, Teresi? You're not immortal, remember? And this one's going to be tough. You said when you could fighters to go at this guy, and I think I'm pretty decent. At least at stabbing things. So I'll go. Besides, someone has to witness Dave's heroism if he wants to be let off the hook for that prophecy. Hey, it's a decision. Anyone else? What about Dave's bro? I heard he's supposed to be hot shit. Yeah, sure. That's fine if you're comfortable volunteering someone who isn't here for a deadly battle. It's cool if you want to do that. Dave, come on. As if it's not extremely likely he'd seek you out upon getting here anyway. Why don't we just pencil him into the team as probably? Just be sure to debrief him on the whole situation when he gets here. Think you can handle that, Dave? Okay, great. Which reminds me, what about you, Arcus? How do you want to fit into this? I haven't decided yet. I'm going to crunch some more numbers in the vast combat matrix I just compiled now in a micro blink of a nanosecond to deduce the optimal strategic appropriation of my assets and my muscles. Joining real Dave in battle is semi-tempting, but I do not wish to horn in on real Dirk's shit. Instead, I would prefer to blaze my own trail with my own hoofs. I always wanted to do something really important and heroic. I mean, aside from all the other stuff I have done like that, which is quite a lot, but something quite grandiose and perfectly unmistakable as a gesture turning the tide of fortune for all of existence. This is what I've always desired. Well, that is to say, both halves of me once had such an ambivalent desire which was compromised by our respective internalized conflicts. But together that desire is fully realized, no longer ambivalent. Nay, it is now fully bivalent, perhaps even univalent. I would like my gesture to shock everyone. It must come from out of the blue, make virtually no sense, stun all involved, and have a lasting, profoundly unintelligible impact on all future and pseudo-future events. Does this answer your question? Oh, sorry, I was just temporarily mesmerized by your incredible spiel. Needless to say, I absolutely agree with your philosophy on heroic action and wanting to do something important. In any case, you've earned the right to do whatever the fuck you want just by dint of being awesome. End of story. Okay, next. I like that Riska is kind of a fan of Arceus Pride. Said no 10 times, I think it was, to touching the muscles, and yes once. Oh man, Miss Paint! They'll need to designate a team for Robojack and his entourage. Alright, full disclosure, this is where things get kind of stupid. Even talking about this guy in his crew is probably a waste of good tactical analysis, but the fact is he's gonna be here and you're going to have to deal with his bullshit. I strongly recommend to Drax if your party gets stuck with mob-up duty on this. Really, I'm kind of laughing already. Oh man, I really don't want to spoil too much fun for you guys, but no I shouldn't. What? Okay, intelligence reports I have gathered, namely through a bit of time-hopping reconnaissance, suggests that Robojack may, I repeat, may be in transit with a bunch of green time-traveling idiots in that oven. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, if true, none of these bosses are particularly powerful. They'll mainly just be a nuisance. So who wants to deal with them? Hey, kid! Yes, I'm talking to you again. God damn it, what was his name again? Joke? Riska, stop. It's Shape, and you know it. Listen, Choke, snap out of it, I'm talking to you. Sorry. This is a strategy session, Choke. Please stay alert. Now, do you think you can handle being on this team? Awesome, that's the spirit. This assignment should be right up your alley, kid. Who else? Me. I'll do it. Thanks for volunteering, Tavros. This fight is pretty well suited to your skill set too, and you can join Choke here to help him get ready. But there's one thing I need you to do before the battle starts. Oh, really? What? I'll explain to you later in private, but it's critical and something only you can do. Oh, that makes me the funny feelings combination of skeptical, nervous, and excited. Good. That's exactly how I should be feeling about it, trust me. Does anyone else want to step forward? Wait, forget about that. I've got you at time machines because she just found them somewhere, I guess. All time travel music box, the same ones Gamsey had. Oh, yeah, okay. Are you fucking with me now? Come again? Well, let's see if I'm tallying this up right. John and Alon's 1 and 2 are on Team Contest. The Strider Bros and Pyro are on Lore Team. Jay went on nap duties on Dog Team exclusively. Mayor isn't doing shit because I'm personally seeing to it that not a single post-apocalyptic tatter on his head gets harmed. Crocker is in healing detail, and Lalonde free volunteered to support that. Kanaya has some vague yet to be explained mission to do, and so does Tavros. And Joe here just got shunted off to the Pee Wee League. So who the fuck is even left aside from me and a fucking cat, I guess? Are you sure we shouldn't pick a role for Rose's fucking catalysis before moving on to the absolute bottom of the barrel? Something to refer to as the Vantas zone? Oh, good point, Kaka. Hey there, kitty. Meow. What would you like to do? I would like to eat some tuna fish and cuddle with either Rose or Roxy or both. Aww. Okay, that can be a very important job. I'll let us down. I pet my kitten. Sammy, hi. Thank God we sorted that out. Now that we've established a kitty cat is heading up the fish eating operation, I think we can safely proceed to the rung of the strategic importance directly below that. The infamous, what has Carkit got to do wrong? And since everyone else has a job and my skills are relatively unimpressive, I have to sign up for Team Dipshit too. Hell, even the kid in the banana hammock is a good god tier at least. So I guess that means I'll be taking orders from him. Sure, why not? Second in command to the third-rate hero. Sounds about right to me. Houston to Protege Tavros and Arceus. Oh yeah. Karkid, yes, you're absolutely right that you basically suck, and that is a tactical resource. You should be managed accordingly. But you aren't joining Choke's team or doing any fighting for that matter. Like Kanaya, there's another more pressing matter reserved for you. In fact, it's the same as hers. What the fuck? When were you planning on telling me this? Karkid, I already alluded to this when you waltzed over and interrupted my conversation with Kanaya and pretended you weren't flirting with me, remember? Oh, right. Well, what's this pressing matter? Denying that he black from flirted with her, though. I'm getting to that very soon, in fact. I just need to get the team squared away first. Okay, well, are they? Looks like it. So that means Choke. Fuck. Jake, I mean. Really is a one-man team designated for RoboJack and his oven bozos. Apparently. You okay with that, kid? You can do it. Just believe in yourself or whatever the fuck. When in doubt, just remind yourself the battle isn't even particularly important. And help could be on the way once some of the other battles start coming to some sort of resolution. Just hang in there. No, okay. Excellent. They clearly have no respect for doing versions of themselves anyways, so why not use that advantage? Oh yeah. Look at them all. The team. That concludes the tactical planning part of this debriefing. It's all perfectly logical, right? No questions or anything? Cool? Riesh, how did you think what you numbskulls would be doing if I weren't around? Like, John just applied with his nice remarks. He really did you all the biggest fucking favor in the history of time shenanigans by clobbering me in the face 3 years ago. You should all make him a gift basket when this is over to show you gratitude. No need to thank me, of course, I'm just doing my job. Now, let's go over some really basic non-combat endgame stuff, then we'll be ready to break. Trying to doom Jake's a chat. First about Kanaya and Karkat's mission. I alluded to a minute ago, this is really important. You both listening? Yes. No. Okay, well, one of two isn't bad. As long as Kanaya understands that's mainly what matters, since she's the more important part of this equation. Wow, I'm fucking shocked. What does she have to do? You both have to go to Jade's planet and see Echidna. Even though this session is about as far from normal as it can possibly get, the same basic rules apply. Someone needs to seek an audience with her and get her to agree to release the Genesis frog, or the tadpole that grows up to become the frog, which is the stage of development he's in at this point. Remember, Kanaya, you had to do this on your planet to get our frog released into Skya. I mean, Karkat did kind of regret that he, he didn't quite say he messed this up, but he said it was too sloppy, the work they did on the frog breeding, so he I think it's a good quest for him. Yeah, she asked me to do something impossible, to which I replied, that's impossible. So she ended up demanding that I fight her, so I did, which made me feel sad. I'd rather not have to do that again. Will I have to do that again? If that's what she wants, then yes. Why does it have to be me, though? Because someone has to. Sources tell me this is the plan the Condess had for you before we derailed all her shit. You keep talking about all these sources. Who are all these sources? Did Arceus tell you this too? No, look, I've been busy, okay? Information is everywhere if you know where to look. Durs has a lot of agents on the inside who are wise to the old lady's plans. Shaking the bushes for good intel isn't that complicated, it just takes a little effort. Some people in this lily pad should maybe try looking into that sometime, if you say so. But you just can't. But you just put a lid on it for a second and listen. Normally Jade would be the one to do this, but at the time Jade had become corrupted, so I guess Echidna wouldn't deal with her. And now Jade's asleep, which is exactly how she needs to stay. So that leaves the person Echidna requested in Jade's absence, which is you. I'm assuming because you were also a space player, so you'll be able to understand her garbled nonsense language. But that's not all there is to it. She also requested you bring Karkat. Why the hell would you want to see me? No idea. Denizens are mysterious. Maybe she wants a knight along, or a blood player, or maybe she just has a bone to pick with you in particular. You know, since you and Kanaya were both involved in the frog breeding stuff in our session, and let's face it, you kind of messed it up. We're pretty hasty and reckless about it, and the result was a defective frog. Sure, there's more to it than that, like problems with the human session that were totally interrelated with ours due to cyclical time garbage, but you get the point. Echidna probably doesn't take kindly to people who are cavalier with the sacred frog duties. It's kind of her domain, like the propagation of existence and all that. So maybe you got some stuff to atone for before she agrees to let another precious frog out of her divine custody. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Trying to make me feel bad about some ancient history, so I'll be nervous about this encounter. Well, I spare the trouble. I'm already nervous. I don't want to go prostrate myself before a babbling snake goddess, even under ideal circumstances. Karkat, relax. I'm guessing this will just be a sort of formality. That's how things always struck me with her, like getting the blessing from a queen or some huge mythical matriarch before proceeding with some incredibly important event or claiming a cosmic reward. Or maybe I'll have to just kill her again. I don't see what difference it makes. Really, who knows what her real purposes are? They're probably totally unfathomable. Echidna is kind of a big deal, Dennis, and one of the real heavy hitters like that other guy. A really strong one with the ridiculous name. She might even be the biggest deal. She's the mother of all denizens. I mean, not in a literal sense. Like, I really doubt she physically spawned them all. So if she wants you to do something, it's serious. And if you need to do something of massive cosmic significance, like release a frog that contains an entire universe in its belly, then by the same token, it has to go through her. Oh, Sammy. My cat just woke up. I don't know if you heard that. But he just woke up and started shaking himself. Oh my goodness, did you have a bad dream, baby? All good? All good? All good. Where was I? Oh yeah, how's it go for her? The other denizens are a bunch of petty, grumbling riddle merchants by comparison. You should feel honored she even wants to see you. How are we even sure she has a frog to release? Who made this frog to choke us from the session? I thought they spent months doing nothing. Yeah. Kevin! He is here, right here next to me. It's the same frog Jade made, with Kanaya's help, remember? Oh, you may have even been involved in the process too. I don't recall every single detail. But it fell in the forge in Jade's planet back in the old session, and now Jade's planet is here. Hence the frog is here too. It's just been, let's say, hibernating inside the planet for a few years. Echidna kept it warm for us until we were ready, which is now. Oh yeah, I remember now. So the contest was going to make us do this originally? Why? Because the goal was pretty much the same as ours. To win this game and create a universe. The battle taking place here isn't over whether one will be created. It's over who gets to control it when it's made. Ideally, that should be us rather than a genocidal fish dictator. In fact, we don't want anyone to control it. Nobody should control the universe. That's what bad guys try to do. We just want it to be a nice place to live and free of any controlling influence that will make my life miserable for the people who live there. Having an attitude about the ultimate reward that differs from that and anyway was just another thing you fucked up the first time around. So let's just be clear on what we're fighting for here. Got it? Yeah, you've made your point. Hey Sammy, you woke up, huh? The stinker man. Next item, Earth. In the 8-ball. When you enter the new universe, you're going to need a planet to live on. Why not just resettle the one you all grew up on? The Condesce kind of fucked it up though. In your scratched universe, she spent a few centuries getting it ready for a new troll paradise. She flooded the whole thing, so when you get there, you'll need to skip ahead to some time far in the future when the oceans have receded. Should be livable by then. Hell, it may even be a pretty nice place. Here, John, take this. When the battle's over, make sure you give it to Jade. It's just fucking Earth, and it's just full of water. Like it used to be back in the day. Neutral paradise. I mean, if it's like all flooded, it's only like paradise, gonna be paradise for one kind of troll. Which is also kind of fucked up. What is it? It's Earth! Remember how 3 years ago you told Teresa we needed your wallet, but you didn't have it? Well, in the time since, we talked about it a lot and figured this was most likely the reason she told you to give it to us. It wasn't a big deal, actually. We spent some time deciphering the code for your wallet. It took a little while and a few lucky guesses on the code digits, but we eventually got there. Then I just used it to upgrade my much cooler 8-ball modus. You hacked my dad's wallet? Sure, like I said, we had some time on our hands. It is, after all, just a fucking wallet. It's not like it's some legendary item he got on some mythical dad quest. I mean, he did buy the thing somewhere, right? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, I still think it's a pretty special thing. Nope, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, it's literally just a wallet. Anyway, then before I did the scouting work on this session, rode the meteor through the gate and watched it crash on Earth, then just capture logged the whole damn thing and got out of there. No sweat, presumably like Grimbark Jade was supposed to if she wasn't asleep. Again, it was a pretty good plan, she just never saw me coming. Sorry, Condi, if you want your waterlogged little globe back, you'll have to pry it from Chun's dad hands now. Yeah. They sell walls you can pick up on the Earth with. I can fit a car inside, yeah. I mean, don't you like store your car in your wallet, guys? Man. Get with the times, duh. Those are the important things to remember, but don't forget the basics. Remember to finish building up your hives as far as they'll go. Then deploy the grist tricks, which will disperse your planet's hordes into Skya, giving it the nutrients it needs to mature the frog. This is Grub 101 stuff, but... Oh, yeah, 101 stuff. But I guess it bears repeating since most of you have never actually made it this far. When the hordes are empty and Skya is ready, then all you have to do is make sure someone's in position to ignite the forge. Then everyone rendezvous right back here on the lily pad to claim the ultimate reward, which is represented by the hive-shaped thingy with a door on it that leads to the new universe. Any questions before we kick this into action? Someone should just put the whole Earth in the wall to save from meteors, yeah. Yeah, honestly, problem solved. That is, yeah. I can feel my voice kind of starting to fade. I don't know if I can actually finish Homestuck today. These conversations are longer than I expected. But I expect that there's going to be another, like, sort of pause point that can come up. Then I would stream again on Monday. But let's see how far we'll go before my voice actually dies. Water. Yeah, I have water here. It's just I had work today as well. And I talk a lot at work. But we'll see. We'll see. Yes, I have one. Riska, what's your part in all this aside from making all these airtight plans? You've been making it sound like you won't be here when all this happens. I'm not finishing it today, okay? If you say so. Of course I won't. I'll be off doing something much more important than all this. I'm traveling to the furthest ring to go kill Lord English. Oh, so you're still up on that thing, huh? What? Wow. Is that gotta be hard? Wait, why the smile? Okay. Is that gonna be hard? Of course it will be. Are you sure you can't even do that? Like by yourself, I mean? John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be diving into this blindly. See, somewhere out there in the incomprehensible causeless stew of further string, there was once a plan that was coming together to defeat him once and for all. It involved a secret weapon, an army, and all sorts of other shenanigans. Yeah, this sounds weirdly familiar. I'm sure it does. But the point is, along the way, that plan stalled out. It went nowhere because the party involved disintegrated and lost their way. So someone needs to light a fire under that shit again. And I don't see anyone else stepping forward. How are you gonna do that? Let me worry about that. You have your hands full enough as it is. So is that it? Is this the end of this cool strategy jab / fun reunion? That's it. That's the whole situation, the whole plan, and everything you need to do. Good luck, everyone. Huber Golf Clan. What? Thanks, Pyro. Alright, so what now? I guess we had to, what was it? Low Jade. Like, right now, since I guess the clock's ticking. Low Fath. And yes. Alright, and we're supposed to go after the condense really soon too, right? The condense really soon too, right? Condense, and yes. But not like right away. There's still a couple hours for us to prepare, which we should use to come up with a fighting strategy. Yeah! I wish Shade and Data could be awake for this. I really want to talk to them and let them know all the cool stuff we're about to do. I guess they have to stay asleep for a while though. Oh well. Hey Jake. Huh? Huh? But to come back plans with us? He can help you figure out how to deal with Robot Jack and whatever hooligan he's bringing. Condense, which is how everyone fairly mispronounces it. Yeah. I literally can't even like say anything else but condense anymore. I just got so used to it. Land of just another damn Earth. Fair. Where was I? Oh, yeah, yes. Thanks, John. Maybe. Okay. Hey, Dave. We should probably work out a fighting strategy too, since it sounds like we've got a real nasty one to deal with. Yeah, but what? I don't know. It feels weird to make some battle plans and one of our team members still isn't there. Well, I think you can at least outline the strategy, right? Figure out how we'll approach a villain with his particular strengths and weaknesses, and assume our third member will be ready to fight if we tell him to. And I'm sure if Teen Hardest Rider shows up with his sword and shades and shit and we say, hey dude, look, bad guy, go kill, I'm sure this guy will be more than willing to oblige. It's just, man. What? It feels wrong planning around him, like he's a weird, hypothetical battle mannequin. From the things I have heard about him from your own personal mouth, it actually sounds like a pretty apt description to me. No, it's more complicated than that. And I'm supposed to You're getting ready for this huge, deadly battle, which is so much more intense than anything I ever did. Even like 3 years ago when I was actually doing adventure shit instead of watching Dink cook movies. And so I'll be all geared up for that and meet my team bro for the first time and say, oh, there you are, that's cool. Let's fight this random knight, indestructible asshole, and then hug bump or something. How do I deal with all this? I think I could end up getting us all killed and none of you are taking this seriously. Okay, Strider, I've heard enough. Question marks. I've been more than patient and more than accommodating. But your hang-ups regarding your ancestors are starting to border on pathetic. Hey, why don't you can it? I can stay out of this. No, I won't. Not if you're going to start trashing people with respect for their sensitive issues in a manner that is way over the line. As far as the basic ground rules of good-natured shit talking goes, ground rules on which I happen to be an expert. Either make sure your trash-mouthed invective is critically constructive or shut up. I said I wasn't being constructive. God. I kind of want to slack in the world on this, but I can't see it isn't doing him or any of us any good at all. I can see I'm going to have to expedite matters. Go figure. Leave it all to Riska once again. What? What the fuck are you even gonna do? She's a fucking sniper. Wait, that reminds me of Problems, Lou. I told you. Oh. Oh. I'm expediting matters. Oh. What? Oh, nice. There he is. Oh no, they just crashed together. Oh, it's like. Yes, he's here. Amazing portal gun. Oh no, look at them. Portal gun with a sniper extension. There you go, Strider meets Strider. He's pretty fucked up, but probably a nice guy once you get to know him. Which one am I talking about, you ask? Who knows? Feeling awkward? Yeah, here's an idea. Get the fuck over it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'm not sure I can take another second of this. Jeez, Riska, are they really that bad? Who? The Striders? No, they're fine. That's not what I was talking about. There's another problem out there in Paradox Space which I can stand for. Not another moment. In fact, it makes me shudder just thinking about this lingering flaw which has yet to be rectified. Oh, well, what is it? My ghost is being a fucking loser! Oh no, what are you gonna do, Riska? The portals now could be used in a much better way. Oh, there she goes, I guess. Goodbye, Riska. Yeah, me too, John, me too. Well, there they are. They're all here. Zoom it out. Zoom it out, Skaya! Oh man. A cloud. Cloud mission. All of the villains are arriving at the same time. Oh yeah. He's free. Could use the portal gun to offset them. Yeah, pretty much. But maybe then the timing would be off or whatever. I don't know how Friska's mind works, so Aw, they're all dorks. The spoon and fork horns, amazing. I hope I don't sound too much of a dream bubble novice, but now that we've remembered we're asleep, how do we wake up? Good question. I have no idea. I mean, not that I haven't had a wonderful time recording our stories here with you both, but maybe we should return to our friends soon. What if they need our help? Obviously, I have enjoyed your company more than I can say, but you're right, you cannot stay here forever. Your friends need you, so I will wake you up. Wait, you can do that? Smile. Inside Riska's mind. Basically. Even though it is a different sort of gremlin. Couldn't interfere right now. She's already here. Yeah. Wow. Kate, and I guess that settles that. But before we go, I just want to say, in case we never get another chance to. What the? Huh? Something's happening. And Kylie's just like, ah. Uh-oh. Wonk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Already here! Already here! Already here! That's no good. Oh no, they're falling! And falling! The spiral! Ah! Oh no, we're falling! They stop. Boom. Logically, honestly, they should have like just bonked into Jane and just like, pew, and there she goes. Gone. That fire emote. Everyone's constantly already here and everything always keeps happening, yeah. It keeps happening. They walk around. They walk around. Oh shit. I narrow my eyes. I can't do it on the sprite, but I narrow my eyes. I know this place. Where are we? It's Echidna's lair, or in my memory of it at least. Or possibly someone else's? Oh. There goes Jane. Jane? I love how everyone just arrives. It's just like... This was like Chi-mod, they would just like wriggle all about, then just like boom, back on the floor. I just imagine like Chi-mod, what's the word? Fuck, I forgot it. Pinball. Yeah, it's also like a pinball. Ragdolling is the word. She looks a little disheveled, not gonna lie. Abracadabra, dabra, you silly shoot nerds. My exceedingly strong work as the party's premier bodybuilding hacker is done. Off I go. Oh yeah, speaking of bodybuilder, I was rereading some part of like what I read last time, and I did go over the entire like last intermission we had with Caliborn again, the one where he did beautiful, you know, stop motion stuff with the little doll puppet thingies. And I realized that when Dirk did the soul thingy and stuff, and it sucked in Caliborn, Arceus, Sprite, and a part of Gansey. So my current theory is that Lord English is checked because of Arceus Sprite, and the honk comes from the Gansey side. But that is like everything. I just like this is my conclusion that I came to after looking at that part again. So it's not like Lord English grew up or anything. It's just a weird fucking mutant version of scrambled together. Yeah, I don't want to say people because that doesn't really apply. But yeah, you know what I mean. Scribble says yep. Okay, so that's correct. Jane, you wait! Roxy, you're alive. You're... But Inge's whole deal still makes no sense, yeah. He emerges fully grown from dog scratch. So you were dead last time I saw you, and also before I found you sleeping here, but now you're awake and also alive. Yeah, you were dead too, because but now you're... Oh god, Roxy, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight when... Oh, please forgive me. Ah, Jane, you don't gotta worry about whatever sad incident that frowns about. That's a lot under a bridge from reality I got no recollection of, and therefore don't matter at all. But I mean, this reality here is okay. The reality is still kind of relevant because we're literally inside of it at the moment. But I'm new here. I came over to keep being Roxy since the old one died or whatever for Hackett Backles. That is quite an explanation. Jeez, I missed you. Come here, you extravagant bitch! Wait, what? Comes out of Doc Scratch, who's basically the son of Cal. It's so fucking weird and messed up, I love it. Like Link in Ocarina of Time, a child in an adult's body. The Cal still exists as a separate thing and it's not Lord English. Ugh, brain! My brain will have to do a couple more, like, jumping through hoops of logic and, like, story revision regarding Cal. But yeah. The hug pile does stuff for getting taller. Question mark? The hug pile. There are more hugs, Rose. Lord English is Cal's grandson. I can see the hugs. I don't understand the pile thing. Oh, don't you remember? A funny quote from one of Dave's old comics. Ah, yes, vaguely. It's been a long journey, John. I believe one of the most valuable lessons that comes with growing up is gaining the wisdom that gently informs you when it's time to retire a meme. I guess I never heard that handy badge or whatever. I like this though. Every time someone wakes up or pops out of nowhere, it's fun times all over again. I feel like I should be playing reunion bingo. Who will be next? My buddies are a long awaited and insanely poignant reunion between me and Casey the Salamander. Surely you mean the dear Viscera Bubbles von Salamander, right? And instead of you mean me. That's when the real tears will flow. What do you think she's up to? No, she's my beautiful daughter. Something tells me the good Viceroy has been busy. Oh? I sense he's been scheming, plotting, biding his time, accruing dark legions. That sure is a thing that would be done, if true. Yeah. Yeah, not. Good for them. Hi, Dada. Jade Abid. Sorry, it's an easy mistake to make because you're my Dada. Lol, real smooth shit, John. Hello, a pleasure to meet you, John, or Pop-Up, as I used to know you. Yes, I heard. You look so young. Thanks, so do you. My Nana, who used to be ashes on my fireplace, regained her old womanly visage when I turned her to a sprite and she helped me along the way. So, Nana's a sprite, did you know that? No? I thought you should know that. She's probably around somewhere. I hope you can meet her. Well, also, I'm your son, technically. Did you know that? Yes, it is a pretty strange fact, but also pretty cool. Yep. Oh, Jane, that's my daughter there. Say hi to her. Hi. Hi, John's hot mom. Oh, shit. Also, it's another version of Rose who died, and then I buried in a stupid cat and buried her for some reason and prototyped her. Say hello to my cool floaty double daughter. Hi, Roxy's hot double daughter. His smile. Rose Prime, I believe you may have just been owned. Goddamn Dave's contagious ass Freudian boners. Wow, I feel so out of the loop. Sorry if I still seem disoriented from my nap, I suppose it was. Or impromptu troll coma? Roxy, you have to clue me in on what happened here. Where are Dirk and Jake? And for that matter, Chun, where are your other friends? Oh, Jade, where's she? She's still asleep? Hey, Janie, that's like a lot of stuff to say and everything going on here is fairly complicated and heavily people. No reality is into comprehending shit again. Wink. Well, okay, cliff notes are Jake fucked off somewhere and Dirk recently fucked off back here for a window, but he left again pretty quick. Dave went with Dirk and wherever they're fucking off to now, I think to get ready for some swords fighting, and yeah, Jade's still asleep, but a couple trolls locked her off somewhere safe for now. The rest of the chunk, I'm still sorting out myself because, like I said, I need to just accept my shenanigans. Yes, you mentioned that. I still don't know what you meant by, oh wait. You and Chunk came from another reality where everything went horribly, right? I just remember, really, it's been such a roller coaster ride from my memory since I fell asleep. Your and John's travels were a critical part of the illustrated story reconstructed through our memories of Callie. What? What? You saw Kelly in your dreams? I did. Oh man, how is she? I saw her in a dream a little while ago and we talked about lots of stuff. She looked like a troll then. Yes, troll Sona. She had hers on when I saw her, and we had ours on too. Fuck! She seemed to be doing well. Nervous, of course, since she was hiding. But we passed the time of our stories. It was a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got to meet her. I wonder if I'll ever get a chance again. Well, now that you mentioned it, it is one of my chief objectives to go looking for her ASAP. And not to be that rogue and brag or have you, but I may be in better touch with my void powers now. So maybe I stand a pretty good chance of tracking her down, because I got something for her. You do? What? This is a little pressy. NBD. No big deal. There you go. I see. JK, it's a crucial fucking bling jingity. One price in lumber. One priceless digit donut with more carrots than a rabbit too fat for a whole magic tooth. Wow. So you mean a ring then? Yeah, I'll bet that's a great idea, Roxy. You should try give it to her as soon as you can. And maybe you can all beat her before you ramp up for the battle. Yeah, you think I can do it? Sure. I like your chances too. Same. Me too, Roxy. I also have some experience helping people along in the right direction when it comes to navigating the abyss. Maybe I could assist? Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure I have experience performing literally the exact same task in a slightly different context. So maybe I can double assist? See, Roxy, everyone thinks you should do it because they all believe in you. That's right. Ah, shucks, fuckers, you're killing me here. Yeah, I'm so happy. Friggler, you silly bastard, what's up? Prr, prr, prr. All the humans being so close together and happy and friendly. Prr, prr. It's making me really excited and happy too, and making me feel like I want to be part of everything. Purr, purr, and get closer to a nearby person and be happy at them with my body purr. Chespus, what are you? I can't help it, Rose. I want to cuddle and feel so pleased and friendly. Chespus, no. No, no, don't. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Chespus, no! Purr. Oh, no. Is Rose gonna be a cat? Oh, shit. He's trying it. Of course. Everyone's just like, oh shit, Therese in the background, like, yes! Just like, yeah! Yeah, fucking hell yeah! Oh my god. You hold the real best character in Homestuck. Oh no! She's cute! Chas Pro Sprite. Meow, meow, motherfuckers! Oh no! Why is everything always so wonderful? Honestly though, that it was the best choice for these characters. Makes them real interesting. I have come back to Catface, yeah. Oh no. Callie and Jade. Welcome back, Jade. What? Red text? Oh, okay. Oh shit. Come toward me. Hi! It's good to see you again. You are kind to believe that. How long has it been? There is no way to measure. Uh-oh. Jade, could you wait over here? I will return in a moment. Fucking smile! No smile allowed! You know that! Uh-oh. don't trust it. Wait, let me see again. Back, go back, go back. The cheek color it looks green, but yeah, it is green. But yeah, it's filled in okay. Feels like a trap. It does feel like a trap. Uh-oh. It's a little skull monster. I love Calliope. Oh no. Look at her. I've been searching for you. So you have. And I've been waiting. What will it be? Pardon? I don't. Forgive my faltering, Miss Calliope. I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to ask something? No, but you may if you wish. In that case. Jade told me that you enjoy telling stories, like me. Is that true? I used to. Long ago I would tell stories to myself for the sake of amusement. Now I only tell them to others when it serves a purpose. Is there a story you would like to hear? Possibly. There is so much to wonder. Why are you here? I mean, in the lair of Echidna. This is where I was killed. Gasp. Would you like to hear that story? My death was the very end, of course. And telling a story at the end, where does one begin? At the true beginning, or one of the many points between disguised as such, in a story of the end, which events preceding, the final moment itself shall be considered extraneous. For me, none were, but you all are. It simply depends how long you're willing to listen, and for how long you have. How long do I have? Now that you're here, not long at all. Oh, I'd want to listen to as much as possible, in whatever amount of time I have, if you please. From the true beginning, then, and moving swiftly. I began the same as you, vulnerable, weak, but without the comfort of others, to whom those flaws would endear me. So I became strong and killed my brother. I wore him down, I ate his soul, I dressed my words in his blood to hear victory every time I spoke. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's why it's red. I consumed his strength, too. It was always in me, just as yours was in him, but being strong was not enough. A dead session is an impossible time challenge. The planets detonate sooner and sooner, one by one. It is a trial designed to be unwinnable. Oh yeah, that was also the case for Caliburn, who, started to use green because of the blood color of his sister. Also, looks like she's a void player, huh? A muse of space. Oh yeah, not void, sorry, space, I mean. A muse of space could never solve it, but a lord of time could with relentless perseverance. It could only be him. My brother? Yes. I was never meant to rise to the place he holds because the game was rigged. Yeah, they're very similar symbols, that's true. Tilted in favor of his aspect. Having gained immortality, I could sit forever in a suspended dead session, or I could seek counsel with the mother of monsters. And that is why you stand in my memory of her lair. Her choice was simple, and I accepted. She mercifully ended my life then and there. Less mercifully is what came in exchange. My soul would have to wait here, for what felt like a very, very long time. Wait for what? You. Echidna told me that your visit would be my signal. An indication that the furthest ring around me had uncoiled itself momentarily, enough to be navigable. It would mean it was time for me to go and fulfill the rest of my promise to her. So that is what I will do. I see. Then what about me? What do you mean? I was under the impression I needed to find you, and Apparently that was true, so that you can leave, but I thought this encounter might hold some purpose for me. You might let me know how I fit into everything from this moment onward. Your only relevance here and to the greater good was to function as my signal. A simple notification as foretold by Echidna. Now that you're here, I can go. But then, what should I do? You don't need to do anything. Be who you've become and who I didn't. Consume the fruits of an existence I could never understand. Live. Why does this conversation make me emotional? I'm getting all sad here. Oh no. What Calliope? Oh no. Oh no. Look at her. No, Callie. Roxy. Okay, that makes me happy again. Not even in the Trollzona costume this time. What a smile. She's so cute. Look at Roxy. A ring! A ring of friendship. Oh no. Looks so dorky, but I love her. Oh no. Ring on Fingy. Let's go. Yay. Aww. Yay, Callie.